Welcome to Confessions of a Chef. 5-minute entrees or less, and don't try this at home. We're at Femme with Chef Mark today, and Mark, what are we making?
Today we are making a tomato, basil, garlic, angel hair pasta with grilled chicken on top.
Oh, that sounds delicious. So now what goes into this?
Pretty much it's basic as I said. It's just gonna be cherry tomatoes, chopped garlic, some chiffonade basil, and then we're gonna grill a piece of chicken, put it on top, then finish it with a little parm just to make it look a little prettier than it would be.
That's all about presentation.
Yes, it is.
So now how do we get started?
Well, I already have everything chopped up for the most part. I have the tomatoes and the garlic and the basil chopped. I want to keep my pan up nice and hot so as soon as everything goes in, it starts cooking automatically. Because if you have a cold pan, your stuff's going to stick, and I do not like sticking food.
No sticky food. Now you don't want to try that at home.
Oh no.
Now the cherry tomatoes, is that for the flavor or is it more of the presentation? Can you use any tomato?
You can use any tomato that your heart desires, to be honest with you. I just prefer the cherry tomato just because it has a little bit of a prettier look to it than any other tomato we have. If it was Roma tomatoes, it would be little dices of tomato and it wouldn't look nearly as nice to the eye.
Now you just put, was that wine that you put in there?
Yes, I did.
Now, those of you at home, if you have not met Keith is the owner, and he is one of the downtown's funniest characters. What's it like to work with Keith?
It is awesome. He's my boss, but also on top of it, he's a friend more than anything else. It's not just me trying to impress him. It's him and I working together to try and actually produce something that everyone's going to enjoy and that we both can be proud of. And it's just not, as you can tell, since he's having me only on the camera today, he wants some of the limelight to also go to the person that's working behind the house and not just the person that's in front.
So now what are we doing next?
Next, I'm actually going to plate this here. So I grab my bowl, and then I never just dump it. I always use the tongs to gracefully let the noodles fall in.
Now the noodles themselves, does it matter what kind of noodles? Does it have to be a certain texture or?
Well, the lighter the sauce, the smaller the noodle you want to go with. Because if you have a really heavy sauce to go along with angel hair, you can really lose the texture and the flavor of the angel hair. And that's something you always want to keep in mind. So the heavier the sauce, the bigger the noodle. So if you're having like a gorgonzola cream sauce, you want to use rigatoni, something that's a big noodle that's going to soak up all those flavors. And for angel hair, since you already don't see any of the sauce, because all the angel hair is soaked it up and now it's in the noodles itself.
Nice job.